Hi, my name's Laura. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel if you're one of the unfortunate 45-ish people that watched my last video. This video is going to be my March and April wrap up. So grab a cup of tea, get yourself cozy, and I'll tell you all about the games that I played during March and April of 2022. So the first game that I completed in March was Danganronpa. So I had this game for Christmas. I started the first one in February, right at the beginning of February, and played it throughout February and finished it pretty much the first week of March. I played the first game out of the trilogy. I think it's like a main trilogy and then 2 side games, but I might be wrong on that. All I know about the franchise is the first game that I played. And there's 4 games on this edition. So I played the first one. I absolutely loved it. It's gone right up to the top of my list of, best sort of games of that genre that I've played. I don't know what kind of genre you would call it really, but it reminded me a lot of the Nonary games series or trilogy. I played the first 2 of those and really enjoyed both of them. This one was more, it was sort of like 999 or Virtue's Last Reward, the 2 I played, kind of crossed with Phoenix Wright almost, with the little class trial bits. So really enjoyed that aspect of it. The storyline was fantastic. I read a lot of sort of murder books, so the murder aspect and all the sort of graphic details of the the sort of cases as they went along, I really enjoyed. It was really funny. I liked all of the characters. They were all great. And it was a really good game. The music was amazing. At that point when I was sort of playing this game in February, I was trying to fill all my rings on my Apple Watch every day, so I would sort of do a little bit dancing and I would actually put on the soundtrack, the Danganronpa soundtrack, to sort of just dance to while I was filling my rings. That's how much I like the music on it. I can't wait to start the 2nd and 3rd games. I've really high on my list to get to as quickly as I can. I think I might even take that cartridge on holiday with me just in case I get a chance to start the 2nd one. Really hyped, really enjoyed these games, couldn't recommend them highly enough. If you like dark storylines, if you like I guess kind of school settings or games with sort of quite a lot of characters with different personality traits, and you enjoy, obviously, so if you've liked Phoenix Wright but you're looking for something a little bit darker than Phoenix Wright, it might be one to sort of consider. I went into this game completely blind. I had no idea what it was about before I started it, and it was a roller coaster. I really enjoyed it. I did kind of guess the ending partway through, but like I said, I read a lot of kind of thriller books and murder books, so I don't know if the twists would be something that everybody would be able to kind of see, but I guessed the person, but I didn't guess the whole thing, if that makes sense. So still very enjoyable. 10 out of 10, best game I played for a long time, and it really gripped me, really got me back into sort of putting good amount of hours into my Switch every day. So yes, good start to the wrap up. So the 2nd game that I completed during March is a game called Little Misfortune. So this I picked up from the eShop on sale. I'd seen it recommended on the list. I put it on my wish list, kept an eye on it, and when I saw it had gone on sale, I sort of grabbed it quite a while ago. It's been sitting in the backlog for probably a few months, and I started playing it obviously in March and finished it too. It was quite a short game. It was sort of almost like you just walk along and you're a little girl, she hears a voice in her room that tells her to sort of leave her home, and you're just sort of walking around these strange environments. It's quite dark, it's quite a dark again, quite a dark kind of story. I wasn't a huge fan of this game though. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. I would say if you're interested in getting it, I would watch some gameplay. Oh, sorry, can you see this pigeon? We have a lot of pigeons in our garden. If you're interested in playing this game, I would definitely recommend watching some gameplay footage, because the main thing that I didn't like was the main character's voice acting, which I feel a bit mean saying because obviously that's a real person that did the voice acting, but I found the voice acting to be quite irritating. It was almost sort of trying to be very twee and just kind of overly cutesy, but being dark at the same time. And it just really didn't work for me. It really annoyed me. I think if you like that person's voice, or if you can put up with that person's voice, it might be worth picking it up on sale. There were a few different outcomes. It was quite a sad story in the end. It's not something that I would particularly recommend. It was a nice little quick game, and it was an interesting experience. I didn't quite 100% it. There was like sparkles to pick up along the way, and I missed a couple of those, so I didn't get the best ending. But it's not something I'm going to go back to replay, to, you know, make sure I pick everything up out of. I just found it to be a bit twee, I think, is the only way I can describe that. The third game that I finished in March and April was Gone Home, which is a story about a sort of college age American girl, I think, that comes home from college and finds like her family have moved while she's been away at college, and then she finds that there's nobody there when she gets home. So I think her sister is supposed to be there, her parents have gone away somewhere, but her sister is meant to be there, but she comes back to an empty house. And you are this character, obviously you are the character that comes back, and it's just you sort of exploring the house and finding out what's happened, where the sister is. There's a storyline about the sister. You kind of learn bits and pieces about the house and you know, the older relatives that lived in the house as well. To be honest, it reminded me a lot of What Remains of Edith Finch, and I really enjoyed What Remains of Edith Finch, because it had all the little storyline bits as you go through. Every room kind of had a little side game bit to it, and I enjoyed that more than I enjoyed this Gone Home. The overall storyline of it was good. It just seemed like it took a lot to get to a very short, basic outcome. Although I did like, there was like little tapes that you could listen to along the way, and you kind of found the cassette tapes and put them in the player. I kind of like that bit. Not sure why, but I found that quite satisfying to do. And it was another quite a quick game. It only took me a couple of hours. I did it in one or two sittings. I can't remember. Obviously it's May the 3rd today. So I did that in sort of middle end of March that I played this game, so it was quite a while ago now. But yeah, what kind of sticks in my memory about it is that it was just a bit of a lackluster story, and it kind of seemed to be a bit stretched out. So another one I picked up on sale. I would recommend it. I think it was quite interesting. I think if you like walking sims and you like, you know, investigating houses and stuff like that within games, then you would enjoy it. It just wasn't quite for me, I would say. The fourth game that I completed in March and April, I completed right at the start of April, and that was Detective Pikachu on the 3DS. So I'm having a bit of a 3DS moment at the minute. I seem to always be picking up games for it. I seem to be reaching for it all the time, which is a bit of a worry considering the backlog that I've got on my Switch, but you know, the 3DS backlog's older, so it's kind of okay. So Detective Pikachu is, if you've seen the film, it's a slightly different storyline than the film. Kind of little cases that you complete throughout the game, and they all add together to the overall mystery. So it kind of, I'm trying to think of something that reminded me of, but it was kind of just its own thing really. Pikachu, the character of Pikachu, is really funny. He loves his coffee. He's always banging on about how much he loves his coffee. I did worry when I got the first mystery and went through that, I didn't think I was going to enjoy it, and I was really upset because I've been looking forward to playing this for so long, because the first mystery just kind of seemed a bit oversimplified. It was very hand-holdy at the beginning, but I mean, it was quite hand-holdy the whole way through, but not too much. And then right at the start, I thought it was just going to be too much. But as I went through to the second and third mysteries, I found it was a lot better. It was a lot more sort of let you go off and do what you will to solve the mystery and walk around. You get to talk to loads of different Pokemon that Pikachu sort of talks to and passes messages on. Some of the puzzle bits were really fun. I really enjoyed this game. the overall mystery was really good. There was some little actiony bits in there where, you know, you sort of have to press the button at the right time and, you know, press A when it got to the ring and stuff like that. And I was, you know, I enjoyed those as well. But this was really fun. I would recommend it. I think I would love to see a sequel to this as well, to be honest. When I watched the Scarlet and the new ones, the new Pokemon trailer that had just come out, because he was like in the library and stuff, I thought it was going to be a Detective Pikachu sequel, and I was really excited. I was like, oh my god, it's a Detective Pikachu sequel, but it wasn't. It was obviously the new Pokemon, but they do look good. But yeah, this was really good, and I'd love to see a sequel to this game. Brilliant, very, very good, enjoyed it a lot. So then after I finished that, I said to my husband, I said, oh, I don't know what to play next. I'm thinking about an RPG, but I don't really want to get bogged down in anything. Help me, you pick a game for me and I'll play it. Anything you choose, whatever you choose, you know, out of my comfort zone, out of my, you know, normal genres, just pick anything and I will play it. And he chose for me Super Mario 3D Land. So I don't really like platformers. I don't get on very well with platformers. I'm not very good at platformers, so I just get really frustrated by them and quit quite quickly in the normal course of events. Having said that, I did play Super Mario Odyssey and really enjoyed it, but I did play it with a huge break in between. So I played probably the first 3/4 of it and then didn't play it for like a year and then went back and finished it. But I did finish it, and I did like Super Mario Odyssey when I was playing it, so I thought I'll give it a go and I'll see how I get on, and I really enjoyed it. I completed it. I didn't like 100% complete it. I didn't play any post game. I literally just played to credits, and it took me about sort of 7 or 8 hours, and I just did a couple of levels a night, and then there was some nights where I was just really enjoying myself and I would do a whole world. And it got a little bit hard towards the end. It has this thing where you get this little white Tanuki leaf, and you just can kind of like scoot through the levels if you get stuck on them. So I did do that a couple of times, but like I said, I'm just not very good at platformers, and if I get too frustrated with them, I will just quit, and then I feel like I just miss out on good games because I don't, you know, I can't do it, and then I miss out on everything. So I did do that a couple of times, but still I'm quite pleased with how I did playing it overall. I feel like I did quite a good accomplishment by finishing this game, and I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it a lot more than I thought I would, and I might one day go back and 100% complete it. I might go back and play the post game, who knows, probably not, but yeah, you know, 10 out of 10, good game. Not necessarily for me personally, probably a 7 out of 10, just because I don't like platformers. But I enjoyed it a lot, more than I thought I would. That's the 5 games that I completed during March and April. I have been playing quite a few other games. I picked up on day of release Kirby and the Forgotten Land, and my toxic trait is that I bought Kirby on the 22nd of March on release day and thought I would finish it before the end of March, and it's now the 3rd of May and I've still not completed it. But I am enjoying it. When I say I don't like platformers, that doesn't include Kirby. Like, he's his own little platformer. We love Kirby. We don't dislike Kirby just because we dislike platformers. So yeah, I'm still playing that. I've started ridiculously Dragon Quest 7 on the 3DS, so obviously when I finish Super Mario, I'll start something else. And I think that's part of the reason why I'm constantly reaching for my 3DS at the minute, because I love Dragon Quest 7. Obviously I played Dragon Quest 11 last year and it was like my favourite game of the whole year, and because kind of the music's the same, and some of the music's the same, some of the sound effects are the same, I feel like I do the little save in the church and it does the save music, and I'm like, yes, oh god, back in Dragon Quest, and I'm really excited about it, so I love that. And on my Switch, obviously I'm playing Kirby, but I'm also playing Trials of Mana. So playing 2 RPGs at once is not a great idea, but I'm not known for having great ideas, so that's okay. Those are the 3 main games that I'm playing at the minute. I had a challenge to finish 50 games this year, and so far I've completed 8. So I'm a little bit behind. Safe to say, I'm a little bit behind. I'm like 8 games behind from where I need to be, plus the 4 for this month, because it averages out about 4 a month. So to get back on track, I would need to complete 12 games this month, and I don't think that's going to happen. If I didn't pick huge RPGs, then I'd probably have a little bit more of a chance, but who knows, maybe I'll just finish everything. So those are the games that I'm currently playing as well. Yeah, and that's everything from me for now. So I hope that you're all well, and I will be back with another one either next month, depending how many I complete. I don't really want to do these monthly if I've not got enough games to kind of fill it up really, but hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and if you would like to see more videos like this, I will be posting more, so you can subscribe to my channel. I also post quite a lot of shorts on here. I don't really, obviously not posted many videos, but I have filmed and posted a lot of shorts. I mostly post those on Instagram as reels, but I copy them across to here on my TikTok as well. So yeah, hope you all have a fabulous day, and I'll see you soon. My tea's gone cold. Chat too much.